Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. This is primarily a drone show. We'll be sharing adventures from all over the world. We hope to have interesting guests every week, and we're glad that you tuned in tonight. We'll be flying different drones in different locations. We encourage viewer participation in the chat. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Every week we'll have another interesting guest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We'll be sharing various adventures by our guests as well as myself. And thank you for joining us tonight. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. It's Wednesday night at 7 p.m. and I'm still getting used to saying that. This is a new time slot for me, and I want to say thank you all for tuning in tonight. Really, I was all ready to go on Monday night, believe it or not. But anyway, it's good to see everybody. And if you saw the Facebook promo post and the promo post on YouTube, you know I have a awesome guest in the back room, Paul Reed of Eagle View Aerials in Pennsylvania, and you're going to enjoy him. He was on a few months back, but anyway, we're going to have a good time tonight, and I know you're going to learn a lot, and we'll have a good time. But I tell you, I had a busy week, really. I've been going to the doctor a lot lately, believe it or not, and it's not all about me and my aches and pains, but I'm going to get a new hip replaced on February 12th, and I had to go to a cardiologist and get, cardio clearance. And once you go to a cardiologist, he just keeps testing you. So today I was there and I had a stress test done. But anyway, I survived it. But anyway, I should be good to go for the South Florida Drone Meetup on April 6th. So, and believe it or not, we got 104 people signed up that say they're coming. Really, I got the list. I got it on my iPad, and I got it on my phone. And we're almost at number 107, which is Barkley. You guys know that. And 108, which is Genesee. But anyway, we're going to definitely reach that number. And I'm sure we'll have a few more because a lot of people just show up and they don't even tell us they're coming. They surprise us. But, last week on the Fly for Fun show, we had a great guest, Lauren Dunauer. And he was the guest that didn't want anybody to know he was coming because he didn't want any kind of fanfare or anything like that. And in my book, he's one of the drone celebrities. He comes to us all the way from Calgary, and everybody's going to enjoy meeting Lauren when he comes to the South Florida Drone Meetup. And he's also bringing his good friend Lonnie Brown. But if I mentioned Lonnie Brown and, he was from Calgary, you probably would have put two and two together that Lauren was coming. But anyway, and then we got a few more Canadians, and I see one of them in the chat already, Gary, Brand Aerials. He's number 6 on the South Florida Drone Meetup list, and he's coming back. So I guess he had a good time last year. And Jim Beauchart from Canada is coming back, and he's coming down with his son, Jordan Beauchart. So we're going to get to meet Jordan. And I'm just, can you tell I'm excited about the South Florida Drone Meetup and everybody who's coming? Really. I just am very, very humbled that people come to South Florida, to fly drones with us. And again, when this thing started, 4 years ago, we thought we'd have maybe 5 or 10. In that first year we had 50, and then the second year we had almost 182, if I remember right. And then last year we well past 100, 125. But the reason it's a success is because you all come. So I got to say thank you for that, and I got to say thank you for all our sponsors. The sponsor raffle prizes are starting to roll in. I had showed the box, but I'm not going to dig it out because it's right here and there's other things on it right now. But I received a big box full of the lanyards, the Pilot Institute lanyards. So Greg came through again, and Brad, he'll be making the ID holders for it. And he's also going to be making the coasters again. I don't know what design he's going to come up with this year, but he always comes up with a great design, and it's nice to have a collection of coasters. So I got to say thank you to Brad for that. And he said he might even have a surprise for us. I know he surprised a few of us last year with these key rings. But I don't know what his surprise is going to be this year. But thank you so much, Brad, for that. Um, but I really, it's amazing because I, uh, I had a busy week. I flew with Al and Ken Gottlieb, Al's Cercione, that is, South Florida Drone Flyers, and Ken Gottlieb, Palm Beach Aerial Photography. They invited me to fly with them down at the Guitar Hotel. That's down by the Hard Rock Casino in Fort Lauderdale, well, Davie, which is right next to Fort Lauderdale. And we got some awesome shots of that Guitar Hotel. That was my first time there. And it's really a cool thing to fly, before the sun rises. The lighting on the hotel itself is amazing. It really is. So I got to say thank you to Al for inviting me to do that. While I'm speaking to Al's also sponsoring the South Florida Drone Meetup again. He's going to donate 4 more tumblers. He donated tumblers last year, and he gave us our banner, our official banner for the South Florida Drone Meetup. But he's going to donate the tumblers from the South Florida Drone Meetup. I mean, the South Florida Drone Flyers group again, and I got to say thank you for that. And I'm getting potential spam right now, so I'm going to shut that off. But anyway, um, I have to really say thank you to Al because he flies just about every day. Every day, Al is out there at sunrise flying, and I give him a lot of credit for that because he most of the time invites me. 99% of the time he invites me and Ken and a few others. But I gotta say thank you because it means a lot to me. You get tired of flying by yourself. I don't know if you guys prefer to fly by yourself or you prefer to fly with other people, but I gotta say thank you for Al for that too. Um, and I'll show it a little later, but I got to say thank you for the guys that came into the stream early, and I think the chat has already evolved and it went up, and I just can't get it back to the beginning. But I know Al was in there first, and I saw Paul Brown. I think he was number two. And well, I shouldn't say that. Alex. Speaking of Alex Escardo was number one. He checked in yesterday just to say that he couldn't watch the show live, that he'll watch it on the replay. But and I appreciate things like that. I really do. But while I'm talking about Alex, he also is sponsoring the South Florida Drone Meetup because he donated six or seven, might be seven shirts that'll be raffle prizes for some lucky winners. So I got to say thank you to Alex for that. But anyway, back to the names, and I know Scotty. He was one of the first. Jackrabbit FPV. How you doing, Scotty? Good to see you. And Johnny Dronefly is in the house tonight. And Brian, Waypoint, New England. How you doing? Good to see you. He's watching all the way up in Rhode Island. And Big Orange Drone Flyer, how you doing? I'm going to make you a moderator right now. Um, if I can, I don't know why it's not letting me do it. I tried to do it, Big Orange Drone Flyer, but we'll work on that. And hopefully by next week, you'll be a moderator. But anyway, we got Bob Dempsey watching. Old Farts with Drones. How you doing, Bob? And John, Connecticut Pirate. Always good to see you. And obviously, he's watching in Connecticut. So John Olson's watching. He's my drone partner up on Long Island. So it's always good to see John. And John Flying Flynn Media is watching. How you doing, John? You're up there putting out some great videos in the frigid waters of Lake Michigan. I tell you, but I enjoy watching them. I really do. Your photos of the ice on those lighthouses is amazing. It's incredible, really. But anyway, Captain Joe's watching down in Louisiana. How you doing, Captain Joe? And let's see. I saw Joe Jaybird Drone. How you doing? Good to see you. And Joe's coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup this year, so everybody's going to get to meet Jaybird and his family. Hopefully, they'll all come to the meetup together. But anyway, we got Art Carlson watching. How you doing, Art? Good to see you. And all right. I don't know, Art. I'm trying to make you a moderator too, but for some reason the link on this thing is not working the way it used to work. So I gotta look into that. And Eric Lipinski, how you doing? Good to see you. And I know I'll miss people if I go too fast. Ashley Brown's watching. How you doing, Ashley? I just said we're all looking forward to meeting you and Paul and Benjamin and Paul Jr. when you come to the South Florida Drone Meetup. And Paul and Wedge and Big, United States Drone Society, they're sponsoring the South Florida Drone Meetup again. They're going to double the amount of pens that they're giving. And they are nice pens, just to let you know. But last year he donated 50. This year he's doubling it to 100. But anyway, I got to say thank you to United States Drone Society. Paul, thank you for that. Michael Blades in the house. How you doing, Michael? Good to see you. We'll be seeing you very shortly. And I know Mike. I know I said him already. Yep. All right. And there, we were talking about 107 drones earlier. Barkley's in the house. How you doing, Barkley? Good to see you. But we're almost at 107. We're at 104, just to let you know. But anyway, and Barkley's also donating a nice raffle prize, which is going to be a toy axe throwing game. He said that he donated one to Minefield and it was a big hit. So I got to say thank you to Barkley for that. Stephen Drones is in the house. How you doing? And Alan, Drone Views Media. How you doing? He's watching all the way over in Ireland. And that still amazes me that we have a worldwide audience, you know. And I really appreciate that, Alan. So thank you. And I saw a drone celebrity in the house. And who am I going to say? I'm going to say DeMarco, FSU Grad 03. How you doing, DeMarco? Good to see you. He hasn't given a commitment if he's coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup yet. He might not. You know, he's got the kids and everything. So, but I sure hope he does. So anyway, Angel, Drone Guy 42 is watching up in New Jersey. And I know it takes time to do this, say the names, but it means a lot to me that you guys watch. So that's all I could do is at least acknowledge it by saying your name. And Herman's watching. Phantom Flight 101. How you doing, Herman? Good to see you. And we got another drone celebrity watching. Marcus Crawford, Idaho Quadcopter. How you doing? Good to see you. Oh, I'm telling you. Really, I'm humbled every time I do this, really. But I don't want to leave I'm going to get back to the names, and I'll try to acknowledge people when they come in. Paul Paul's in the back room. He ate up all the shrimp and lobster. So I want you to please give a warm welcome to Paul Reed of Eagle View Aerials, and he's coming to us all the way from Pennsylvania. Hey, Paul,
How you doing, Ray?
welcome,
I'm
welcome
gonna
to
I'm
Adventure.
gonna tell you, you know what though, this might just be my last visit because this is the second time you have run out of shrimp back here.
Yeah, well, I apologize for that. So anyway, how's everything up in Pennsylvania? Have you been flying much or no?
It's been tough because for the first time since we've been back here in Pennsylvania, we've been getting a lot of snow, and the cold weather and the snow's kept us all kind of grounded.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I never have flown in snow. Obviously, I come down to Florida when it gets cold up in New York, so I don't really get to see snow anymore.
Well,
But
it's great if you get out there right after the first snowfall, and you got that light cover everywhere. But then once it starts to melt, it gets to looking yucky everywhere.
right, right, yeah, but it is very, very beautiful, really, when it's freshly on the ground and you get the lighting. Sometimes it really looks good. I'm very envious of some of the guys when they go flying
And
in the snow or the ice like John Flynn does. Have you seen any of John Flynn's videos, Paul,
no, I
with the
haven't.
ice on Lake
I've
Michigan?
heard about it though. Uh,
Actually, it's amazing because I just say, wow, look at that, and I give John a lot of credit for doing that. So, but anyway, Paul, you're a commercial drone pilot, and before we get into that, I got to say thank you for your service. You served in the military. How many years?
21,
21 years. And
21
what
years.
what branch and what rank were you?
I was in the Air Force and I retired as a master sergeant.
Right. Hmm.
My
Yeah.
primary, I was an aircraft electronic tech.
Okay.
So I did a lot of other things, but that was the prime.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I loved it. Believe me, I loved it.
Well, again, thank you for your service. What was your best duty station or whatever?
Well, the last assignment that I actually had before I retired was in Anchorage. It was at Elmendorf Air Force Base in Alaska.
Alaska.
And if you like the outdoors at all, if you like to hunt and fish, and you like to ride a snow machine or a snowmobile, whatever you want to call it, you like to ski, there isn't a better place on earth. I mean, I even guided for a while I was up there as a fishing guide.
Okay.
Salmon during the summer is just awesome. And you get
Interesting.
down out of Homer and get you those big 200-300 pound halibut. Can't be beat.
Yeah, I didn't
No,
know
sir.
that. I really didn't know that you were a guide.
Yeah. My kids are still
And
up there naturally. And if the guys here saw me the last time I was on here, I had my little grandson come wandering in here and he saw the drones that I was giving away and he was all batty over that. Well, I don't have my partner flying with me anymore. He's back
yeah,
in Alaska.
I know. And I loved it, that you fly with your grandsons, because that goes right along with the theme that I have about let's get kids hooked on drones, not drugs, really.
Yes,
And
sir.
that's
I
great.
agree. Do
Um,
anything we can to help those kids get on the straight and narrow.
exactly. And I'll be showing a little video of my next door neighbor flying with his daughter. But
Yeah.
anyways, Stephen Knowles, how you doing? Good to see you. And Jack, Lake Pilot, and Charles Goluski, how you doing? But anyway, so Paul, like I said, you're a commercial drone pilot, a Part 107. When did you become a Part 107 pilot? Well, when did you start flying drones?
I
First of all,
started flying about 4 or 5 years ago,
yep.
but I didn't decide to get my 107 till almost 2 years ago now. As a matter of fact, my date is up in March, which I'm going to have to go through the thing with the FAA in March again because that'll be my 2 year mark.
Well, they say the renewal's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's what everything I've been looking at tells me that I'm not going to have to do much testing, if any. It's basically a training session that you go
Right.
through. So
Yep.
I'm not worried about it. I passed it one time, so I think I could do it again.
So do you do a lot of Part 107 work
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania?
Well, what I
What type of
really
work do
do,
you
what I
do?
like to do is outdoor weddings during the summer. I
Okay.
love doing outdoor weddings. Yeah. That's become kind of what I really like to do, and I'd like to stay away from doing other stuff. I've done some roof inspections and things like that, but outdoor weddings are a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of people, and everybody is genuinely happy. So that's just the way that I'm going to focus on.
Okay. And everybody in the chat, if you have any questions for Paul, please put them in the chat. We'll be on the lookout for them, and we'll try to get him to answer them. We appreciate your questions and comments. But Paul, what do you have in your fleet of drones right now?
The very first drone I started with was an Air 2S,
Okay. Yeah.
and then shortly after that, well, when the Mini 3 came out, I picked that up. But lately, I've decided that I should be flying this because I do like the photography and the
M-
video. And
Mavic 3 Pro, right?
Mavic 3 Pro, yep. It's got a
Very
large
nice.
learning curve on it for an old man, but you can teach old dogs new tricks.
Very
So
nice. Very nice.
thank you.
Hey, Ronnie. God bless America. Good to see you. And Greg Pittman. I don't know if I said hello. How you doing, Greg? TJ Grady's watching. How you doing? Good to see you, TJ. No, I keep my Mavic 3 close to me at all times. I don't sleep with it anymore. I used to sleep with it, but my wife got jealous, so I don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
But I love my Mavic 3 also. I really do. You know.
it's the cameras on this Mavic 3 Pro are just out of sight. Uh, Learning how to adjust them the way they need to be done to produce the good quality shots is where I'm going to get hung up a little bit because at my age, I'm lucky that I can still get it to take off properly.
Well, I won't ask you your age on camera, but how old are you?
If you really want me to answer that, I'm 76. 76.
Okay.
And I
Um,
am proven, I'm living proof that you can teach an old dog new tricks.
yeah, yeah. All right. Listen, Paul had a question for you, and it went by already, and I
Hmm.
can't bring it back, but I have it over here on the iPad. So, um, filming weddings, do you get more excitement showing your drone to the kids or the adults? That's a good question.
Well, after it's all over, I mean, spending time with the kids is great. But concentrating on getting the wedding because I mic up the bride and groom and get good shots so they've got the whole ceremony on. It's verbal too, other than just seeing the shots from the air. But it leaves them with a pretty good memory.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Tony, how you doing, Tony? Yeah, Tony, I'm catching him. I'm going to be 73 in March. So, but anyway, um, and John Olson, he's the oldest, I think, among us all in this little drone community that we
Johnny
have.
is 79.
79, yeah. God bless you, John. I give you credit. I enjoy flying with you. But anyway, um, I had a setback because I had bought a cheap drone, when I first started flying, and I just couldn't get that thing to fly, really. It would do hard landings here and there. I almost ended up in my pool, and I quit. I actually quit for 3 years. I said, I'll never be able to fly. And then somebody showed me a DJI Phantom 4, and I was amazed at how easy that was to fly.
Did I tell you about my actual first crash experience?
No, no,
Uh,
tell us. Tell us all. We'd
all
love
right.
to hear it.
Well, I live in Pennsylvania, and that's farm country. And around me, there are a lot of cornfields. And my very first drone was actually was a Potensic D80, and I had it out in about my second day out, and it went out across the cornfield and disappeared, and I couldn't find it. There was no way for me to track that drone down, and my wife and I went out. We walked the rows of corn, couldn't find it. Well, I talked to the farmer who had the field, and I said, "Listen, when you pick your corn, if you see a drone out there, could you stop maybe and pick it up and bring it back?" Well, after he picked the corn, he did bring the drone back. And I was able to salvage some motors and some other things off of it, but that's about it.
That's good. You got your drone back, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
Really. Anyway, we got another question from John, Connecticut Pirate, for you, Paul. He wants to know what's Paul's video and photo editing software. What do you
I use
use?
a whole lot of different software, but my primary that I go to is Cyberlink. I use Cyberlink because it's got so many different aspects to it. You can do with audio. You can pull it and just work with the audio, or you can just do a dozen different things. Now I do have some other programs as well, and I can't even remember their name because I don't use them often enough. The one that DJI has is what, CapCut, something like that.
Light cut. I use light cut. I don't know
Okay,
about.
well I
I
have
know
it, but I
Johnny
haven't
uses
used
Top
it.
Cut. Yep.
Yeah, and Photoshop, I have some of those, but
And
my
Paul
prime
Brown
is
uses CyberLink. He thinks it's awesome.
yep. Well, look at there. Wed says he likes Cyberlink too. Glad to hear it. I love it.
Yeah. I'm a basic editor, so I use iMovie 99% of the time. Yeah.
Well, and if
And
I get one, if I take a photo that I don't know what to do with, I just send it to Alex.
oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Alex is an amazing editor. He really
Yeah,
is. Yeah. He gave an awesome editing presentation at the South Florida Drone Meetup last year.
yeah,
Really, a lot of people learned a lot of good information from Alex during his
yeah. He told
presentation.
me about it and how much he enjoyed it.
Yeah. And John Kay is watching. How you doing, John? Good to see you. Um, and Paul, I got to say thank you very very much because you didn't know me, I didn't know you, and you immediately found out about the South Florida Drone Meetup, and you said you wanted to be involved and you wanted to sponsor it. And I said, okay, but wait until I get to Florida and you can send it to me. And he did. Everybody, Paul is sponsoring the South Florida Drone Meetup with a Eagle View aerial tablet. And wait till you see it. And I tell you, it's amazing. It really is. I'm going to turn it on, but you guys better have sunglasses or something because it may like blind you. But look how bright it is. Really, look how bright it is. But yeah,
That's a
very very
2600
cool.
nit tablet.
Yeah, tell everybody about this tablet. And then I want to show you a
That
video.
that's the newest one that I have out. It's 2600 nits. It's got a 10,000 milliamp per hour battery in it, and that, if you look there at the display on that one, I don't know what it's set at, but I'll bet it's only set at about 20% brightness. And that makes the sustainability of that outfit just superb because you can go out and fly all day long at 20%, not
Well,
have a bit
I'm
of
gonna shut
glare.
it off. I'm gonna shut it off because I'm getting blinded.
Okay. Well, you can fly it all day long for at least, usually it takes about 10 hours of good flying
Okay,
on that
that's
battery.
that's
And
that's a
you don't
long
ever have to worry about glare.
that's a long time. Hey
I've got
Jeff,
another
Carolina.
one too. Got a 1,000 amp or 1,000 nit. I'm sorry, tablet
Oh,
that's just like that. The battery is a little smaller, but it flies with very little glare as well. I mean, they're terrific.
Very nice. And if there's anybody still in the chat that really doesn't know about the South Florida Drone Meetup, there's still time to sign up. It's going to be on April 6th, 2024, in Jensen Beach, Florida. We have it at the Jensen Beach Causeway Park, and it's free. It's free to come. So just let me know. I'll add you to the list, or just come and surprise us. It doesn't matter. But we are going to pull one lucky number from the list, and somebody's going to win a nice raffle prize based on their position on the list. So, but it's a good time, and again, we'll have entertainment. We have a duet going to perform for us this year because Dennis Lovelady, had to cancel. So Tony Sinsersky, he ended up reaching out to a couple of his band members, and they agreed to do some entertaining for us. And we got a duet, John and Maureen from the Breakaways, that are going to play for us. And then John, well, again, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be different. We're all used to Dennis, but we want to wish Dennis a safe and happy trip to China. He's going there for 4 to 6 weeks, and we'll miss him, that's for sure. But we do have some nice entertainment lined up. And then this year we're going to have Jeff Norman give the editing presentation. So that's going to be very interesting too, because Jeff Norman is right up there with Alex. Really, he's a great editor and photographer. So, not too late to sign up, guys. And we're at 104 that say they're coming. So, but anyway, Joe Blaylock's in the house now, and Jody Drone Shots. How you doing? Good to see you guys. Thank you for watching the show tonight. But anyway, Paul, I got your video, one of your videos queued up right now. I'd like to show that. Um, and the first one, I guess, will be right about the tablet itself.
Okay.
And if you feel you need to explain it while it's playing, be my wow. Look at that, a car. Wow. This is some tablet, really.
It's basically indestructible. Now, these have my name on them, but I buy them from overseas.
Okay. And you sell these right on your website, right?
I sell them on my website, yep. And I've had a couple on Amazon for a while. Everybody asks me, are they triple tech tablets? Well, I have to tell you, they're not triple tech, but they're made in the building next door.
Okay, that says a lot. Yep. All right. Very, very cool. Really. Very, very cool. So, anyway, thank you again, and thank you for your donation to the South Florida Drone Meetup. You know,
Thank you for showing it.
really, you know. Um, but anyway, I also have a little format, and I give a little tip of the week on the show. Nothing sophisticated, but this week's tip is just keep a drone logbook when you're flying or after you fly. Go home and fill it out. I know I do. I don't know how many people in the chat. If you do it, put it in the chat. If you don't do it, I can understand why you don't do it. But do you keep a logbook, Paul?
I do, but I don't do it for the weddings. I haven't done anything on a wedding. If I go out to do a personal job for somebody, I keep a logbook.
Uh huh. Okay. And do you have a tip for the viewers?
My only tip is don't let somebody goad you into an argument over something. If they approach you about something you're doing wrong with your drone, suck it up, be nice, cordially explain it as well as you can, and walk away. Be a good spokesman for the drone community. That's important.
That's a good tip. It really is. And I feel the same way. You know, a lot of times I haven't really ran into the problem with Karens, as they say. You know, I only had one incident, and I was flying legally, of course, and I knew it. You know, and the only thing I said to the lady was, "Go back to your boat." I'm flying legally. I'm not violating any regulations, and you know, and she did. She just kept walking and she left, and I
Well, I
continued
do
my
wear one
flight.
of those vests too. I have a vest that says, that I'm a licensed drone operator and that I'm working at this point in time. And generally, people won't bother me anywhere.
Yep. And Paul says he keeps a log of all the spare parts he has for the drones, so he knows what he might be low on. Yeah. Okay, Paul.
Oh,
Very
okay.
good. Yep. And I know John does also. Yep. But anyway, good to see that. Um,
I
but you
saw
know,
somebody had a question up there about the cameras,
oh
but I
yeah.
don't know who it
Okay, I
was.
see it now. Yeah, Jeff Carolina Air Shots. I'm sorry I missed it. How
I'd
good
have
is the
to.
camera on the tablet? He wants to know,
They are
Paul.
very good. They're very good tablets, and I got to look because I can't remember the exact numbers on the camera. But
Good
let's
question,
see
Jeff.
here. The main camera is a 13 megapixel flash LED. The sub camera is a 5 megapixel. Now that's on the X71. The other one is a little bigger on the V71, which is a 2600 nit unit. So the camera on it's a little bit bigger, and I can't find it.
And Jeff also says that he tells the people wait until he lands and then he'll talk to them. And that's a good one,
Yeah,
Jeff. Really. Yep.
but I would like it. It's too bad we don't have the one video that I have so that people could see the picture on the tablet while I was flying with it. I did a video, and that is on YouTube, that you can see the camera, see the picture in actual bright sunlight. You can see everything you want to.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mark R. White's in the house. How you doing, Mark? He's watching over there in the UK. If I remember right. Yep. But you know, I have a friend. His name is Bruce Paul, and everybody sort of knows in the chat and that we have a saying, let's get kids hooked on drones, not drugs, you know. And I firmly believe that. You know, when I was on the police department, I worked in narcotics undercover for 10 years, and I seen what damage drugs can do, really. And
Well, and especially right now with all the fentanyl coming in the country, it's
but
horrendous.
I got to give my friend Bruce a lot of credit because he took it upon himself to buy a drone for his 13-year-old daughter. And, you know, he mentioned it to me because I was hounding him. I said, "You got to get some drones for your kids, you know," because he flies professionally for the Florida Power and Light. You know, he doesn't fly so much for fun. He was at the drone meetup last year with his son. His son Jake came, and I was so happy about that. But now he's teaching his 13-year-old daughter how to fly drones. So I'm just going to show a little of that video, which is a great place to fly drones. And he taught it down at Anchorage Park here. And you know me, I do a lot of talking in my video, so I sort of don't have to say too much. That's the plays.
Well, we're here at Anchorage Park in North Palm Beach, and we got a new drone pilot. Gonna do her maiden flight right now. It's Emily Lawrence, and her dad's helping her. He's a professional drone pilot for the FPL, and he's got his her grandparents there. This is quite the event, and her brother. I can't forget her brother. But we'll see how she does. Come on along. I give you a look at the drone. It's the Mini
Anybody in the chat? I
2SC.
know Marcus has the Mini SC, Mini 2SC.
It's a great little drone.
I did not buy this drone. I had the original Mini, Paul, and then I ended up getting a Mini 3 Pro.
How you doing, Emily?
There she is.
Nice drone. Congratulations. So, what do you think, Bruce?
This is the maiden flight here, Ray. We'll see. I think she's going to do just fine.
Straight up.
Props are spinning. Oh, gee, look at this. Up, and out of here. I've never seen somebody take off so fast.
There you go, Emily.
Wow. Look at her go. Cool.
That is nice.
Emily went higher.
That's her first time?
I did on my
Yep, first
flight.
time.
She'll mess around, I'm telling you.
No.
Didn't even up and out of here.
Can we wave at
Get the
her?
hang
Can you
of
see
it.
us, Em? Hold on, I gotta turn the camera down.
Well, I tell you, Emily, she's doing great. This is her maiden flight, and she was up and out of here. She's really doing good. What are you looking at there? Let me see if I can see the screen. Oh, yeah, very cool. Very cool. You're out there. You're quite a ways out.
Doing pretty good for a first flight, ain't you, Ray?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Oh, we got somebody else come to the South Florida drone meetup now.
There we go.
Yep.
We'll see you there, Ray.
Yeah, she really
And
did
I
good.
might add, Emily took some great photos while she was flying around. She even captured a couple of pelicans flying by,
Wow.
and she did a nice top-down shot of her family.
But anyway, kudos to Emily.
Emily's
If you want to watch the rest of that video, you could go to my channel. But anyway, kudos to Bruce for teaching Emily and getting her hooked on drones, not drugs, you know. So, but I give you a lot of credit. Like I said, you taught your grandkids how to fly, and it takes a lot of patience to do that, right, Paul?
Yeah, that the little guy was 5 years old whenever I started him, and you could I don't know what I could do to keep him away from it. It was just like it attracted to him.
Yeah. Hey, Chris Hope, how you doing, Chris? Good to see you. Chris is watching down in Texas. Thanks for watching, Chris. You know, and I know Tony had put a comment in the chat as it was going by about giving a child a drone. And Maddie plans on doing that, Tony. Just to let you know, he's coming with a drone. I forget which one, but he's going to give it to the first child he sees at the meetup. So that's going to make that child very happy. So, but anyway, um, thank you to Maddie for that. But anyway, I might as well just show one of the drones that's going to be given away, and it's this FEMI Mini X8 Mini. Okay, I I've only flown this thing like 3 times, and it's going to be a raffle prize at this point because I don't fly it really. So, and there's a few other drones in the works. So I'll be showing them as the weeks get closer. But anyway, Bill's watching up in Canada. How you doing, Bill? Good to see you. So, I got that other video of yours all ready to go too, Paul. So let me play that. and you can narrate over it if you want. And then I'm going to show a viewer video.
All right.
But anyway, you could talk about this, Paul.
Well, this was basically a practice for me. I wanted to see about doing it. There is a cell tower that's near me. And in case I wanted to go that particular direction, I went out and flew this cell tower and worked with the magnification from my Air 2S. And it came through pretty good. Now, I can't imagine what it would be like if I took this Mavic 3 Pro up there. I mean, I'm sure I could see the rust growing on the pipes.
Yeah, I would
But,
think.
but I had a good time doing this. And I could, I was only like 70 yards away from me is where I stood, but it was out in the middle of a cornfield. And I had a great time doing it. And when I came back and put the video together, I was rather pleased with the way it came out.
Yeah, very,
So
very cool.
it was
What the
with the Mavic Air 2S is what I
Air
flew it with.
2S? Air
Yeah.
2S is a great drone. I still have my Air 2S. I love
Yeah.
it. Now, what's the altitude? What's the height on these towers?
When that tower there was only at like 180 feet.
Okay. Yep.
So it wasn't that high up. But it was, I had to be really careful. I mean, I had never done that before. And I probably should have taken someone else along with me, but I did my own line of sight
Yep.
and just did it careful and took my time.
I
So
find it interesting.
that's here in Plainfield, Pennsylvania. I think I did a pretty fair job of it
I think you did
for
a
the
great job.
first time.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe I can put that in my portfolio, and when I'm 85, somebody will hire me as a cell tower
Yeah.
inspector.
I know there's people, pilots that do it.
Yeah,
They have contracts doing it. Really.
it was a lot of fun, but I was a little anxious at times too. But my Air 2S took good care of me.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Very nice. I only did, and it really wasn't a job, but I flew my drone above the roof here at the condo, and I did sort of a roof inspection because it was very, very dirty there for a while. And I zoomed in, on some of the vents and all of that. But again, it wasn't a job by any means.
Yeah. Well,
So,
this was,
but this is cool,
I think I
really.
did this one about a year ago. I'm not sure.
Hey, we got Steve Jennis in the house. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you. And Steve's coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup, just to let everybody know. I don't have his number handy in front of me, but we're going to all get a chance to meet Steve Jennis. Yeah, Vermont Views. And Warren's watching tonight too. So, how you doing, Warren? Good to see you. This is a great video, Paul. Really, I find it very interesting. So,
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, it's
very
something I
nice.
don't
Very
do
nice.
normally. It was out of the ordinary.
Yeah, and like I said,
Yeah.
Warren's watching, and Warren is coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup. Just to let everybody know, we're gonna get to meet Warren. So, and that's what's great about these meetups, Paul. Really, is you get to meet the other drone pilots. You feel like you know them in these chats on the live streams, but when you meet them in person, it's just so much better. It really is.
Well, I have learned that the drone community is a very good, tight community. The guys and girls who get out there and fly together, and they look out for each other. And whenever you're talking to somebody on Facebook or whatever, the drone people are always good to each other. Now you get some wise guys once in a while,
Yeah.
but that you're going to have that anywhere. But for the most part, the drone community is a really great community.
No, it is. It is. No doubt about it. And, I didn't know really hardly anything about flying drones when I first started watching live streams. And the guys welcomed me in and tried to make me feel comfortable. And I remember my first live stream, I went in, and within 2 minutes, I told them, I got to go. That's how nervous I was. So, and Chris probably remembers it too. Chris Hope, he might have been watching because I would only go in for a couple of minutes and I'd get right out of there. But anyway, and then Johnny and I, we ended up becoming friends. And Johnny said, "Hey, want to start a live stream?" And that's how this whole live stream thing sort of come about between him and I. And then he started doing one, and I started doing one on our own. And it's just about having fun, learning about drones, and sharing the different experience
You know
that
what
the
I'm really
boys.
looking forward to is besides meeting all the people, I want to get out and fly around some of that water down there.
Well, you're gonna love it. There's a lot of
Yeah,
water here in Florida, and the drone meetup location is a great location, and you will enjoy it, no doubt about it. So I think we got
looking
a
forward
question
to it.
from Steve about interference at the cell tower. No
No, I didn't
interference,
have
right,
any
Paul?
problem at all. Nothing. It didn't. I was kind of concerned whenever I first went up, but I watched real careful to see if anything was going to deviate, and I had no problem at all. I had more problem. I went in town to do a roof inspection for a guy, and I had more problem in town because of the big electrical transformers. A lot of interference there, but none at that cell tower, none at all.
Right, right, yeah. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, Jeff? Four States Aerial Photography. Thanks for watching. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw the comment. I put it up, but Jack Jack Rabbit, FPV says his Air to us is grounded until the South Florida drone meetup. But he flew it today, he said. So, but that's good. I'm glad you're bringing your Air to us, Scott. Really, because he's a big FPV guy. He really is. And that's what's great too about the South Florida drone meetup. We have the GPS, drone pilots, and we have the FPV drone pilots. And a lot of times you think it's a conflict, but it's not. We all get along together. We all laugh and have a good time, and we take turns. And the FPV guys fly, and the GPS fly, and we just have a great time. And I'm not just saying it because I run it. Any meetup really is a great time, whether you have two or three people, four people, or in our case, over 100. So
I've heard rumors from somebody here in Pennsylvania talking about wanting to start one. Now, I don't know whether they're going to follow through on it or not, but they talked
are you,
about it.
are you talking about the Nevada Las Vegas drone meetup?
Yeah, well, it probably won't be like the Nevada
No.
one, but
Well, I tell you, they've made it official. They are having one out there in Las Vegas. It's going to be November 8th, 9th, and 10th for anybody who's interested. And it's being
is
run
that
by
Bob?
Bob Dempsey,
Bob
Old
Dempsey,
Farts
yeah.
with Drones, along with Tom Dowling, Lens Capture Online. And they're lining up a hotel. They almost have it finalized. So and he's got a few other things in the works too to make it a great event. So keep your eyes out for more information on that, and we'll be sharing it as we get it. That's for sure.
Do we
So
have any of the folks here tonight who are in Pennsylvania? Can we tell?
say that again. I'm sorry, I was reading a comment.
Do we have any folks who are here with us tonight who are in Pennsylvania?
Jack Lake Pilot. He's from Pennsylvania. Yep, yep. Jack is Lake Pilot. I know that for a fact. Yep. He's
Because
won
I
a
have
couple
a
of things. I've
problem
mailed him a
finding
couple of things.
somebody to fly with. I do like to fly with other people too. And if I had, well, Chad Schultz lives up around Pittsburgh. And we're going to get together one of these days, but it would sure be nice to have some other folks closer.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Hey, Bill, coast to coast. But there's Jack Rabbit right there. Go to his channel. Where did he go? Oh, he passed already. Lake Pilot. I'm sorry, Lake Pilot. But anyway, it's amazing, Paul, how you come around to meet people. Like Johnny and I, we didn't know each other at all. We didn't know. I seen him in the chat here and there. He saw me in the chat, and then one night we were both invited to be guests on Drone Nation. You know, and that's one of my favorite shows. I don't know if you watch it yet, but
I've seen
Ron
it.
Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford and DeMarco Moore, they have a great show, and they asked me and Johnny to be on, and we were honored to be on that show, really. And that show has had caused us to start live streaming,
Yeah.
really. You know, we kept in touch right after the show, Johnny and I, and we started talking to each other just about every day, and then we started the Fly for Fun show. So we got to give a lot of thanks to Drone Nation for that. So, but anyway, it's a great show. You always learn good information on that show.
Well, I want to apologize to everybody for the weak voice tonight because I have a sore throat and I'm fighting through it. But I hope that you were able to understand everything I tried to get out there to you.
No, no, you sound good. You sound good, and I appreciate you hanging in there, Paul, because I can imagine what your throat feel like. Really. But anyway, it's almost over because it's time to do the drawing for the monthly giveaway. Well, to see whose name's going to go into the hat for the monthly giveaway, which is only a $10 Amazon gift card. But now's the time, guys, and you're eligible too, Paul, because you don't know the lucky number. So between 1 and 50, put it in the chat. So we'll see whose name gets picked. I'll keep an eye out, and hopefully I won't miss it like I usually do. Nope, not number 6, Gary. you know, it's funny. 6 and 6 came right back after each other. But anyway, it's fun to do this. It's only a $10 Amazon gift card, but it's fun. And I see it. I see the number. Somebody got it. Oh, it went by already. So I'm gonna have to scroll back. Um, but I think it was Chris Hope who got it. Number 8. I think he's the first number 8. If he wasn't, I'll
I
have to
did.
correct
There's
him. But
Johnny.
Chris
Johnny
Hope,
Drone
it was number
Flyers got
8.
an 8. Oh, okay.
So congratulations, Chris. Your name will go in the hat for the monthly drawing. So anyway, that's it, Paul. It's all about having
Well,
fun. As our
thanks, Ray. I
show says,
appreciate you
fly
having
for
me.
fun. I
Yeah,
know you
it's
you
been
fly
fun.
for work too, but you do fly for fun, and you got your grandkids involved. So I give you a lot of credit for that. Really, I do, and I give a
Thank
lot
you
of
very
credit to
much.
anybody who teaches kids how to fly drones. Really. So and look at all the guys putting in rigged that it's rigged. Yeah, I knew Warren would, but I didn't expect it from Gary or John, Connecticut Pirate. And Chris Kobe even says it's rigged. Uh, but anyway, so Paul, hey, Trucker Steve is in the house now. I don't, if I missed you earlier, Steve. I apologize, but thank you for taking the time to watch. I know you're busy traveling around the country. I don't know where you are now. Let everybody in the chat know where you are, Trucker Steve. But anyway, thank you all for watching tonight. But Paul, thank you for being on. You were an awesome guest.
My
But
pleasure.
now's the time for you to say your goodbyes and anything you'd like to promote, like your aerial view, Eagle View aerial tablet.
Give me a call.
But thank you for being on, really.
Thank you very much for having me, and I look forward to the South Florida drone meetup. I really do.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to meeting you. Really, I know you're going to have a great time meeting all these great drone pilots. And there's so many drone celebrities that come, really. And there's too many to mention. But thank you for being on tonight. You were a great guest. And thank you all for watching. And don't forget to watch um, Bill tonight, Coast to Coast Drones. He comes on at 8:30, and he's always got a great show. Um, Dobo, I don't know. He hasn't been doing a regularly scheduled show, so I don't know if he's going on Wednesday nights. But anyway, Monday nights you also got Drone Nation. Be sure to tune in for that at 9 p.m. And I watch, every night I usually watch drone shows. Tuesday night is Build the Drone Reviewer at 8. You know, so there's and Johnny is updating the drone live stream guide just to let everybody know. So there'll be some changes coming up on that, and he'll be bringing copies to the South Florida Drone Meetup to hand out. But anyway, guys, it was a great show. Thank you all. And you guys in the chat are the ones that make this show successful. So thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart. But we'll see you again next week. Same time. Well, no, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Next week is the Fly for Fun show. And we got a great show scheduled with Lon Denard as our special guest. So just get out there, guys, and fly for fun, but most importantly, fly safely. So have a good night, everybody, and fly safely, really.